Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. I am starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together. The image is getting clearer. There's an old saying, follow the money. I'm really starting to understand what that means. Let me give you an example. 501c corporations. It's an American tax-exempt nonprofit organization. Go to your community and find out how many of these nonprofit tax organizations exist. Find out where they're getting their funding. A lot of times, the government gives grants to these organizations. And sometimes, certain government organizations like cities, counties, they set up these, or they sponsor these people to form these corporations so they can funnel money into it. So, to me, in some cases, a 501c organization is a conduit for money. A conduit's something that money allows something to flow through it, like electrical conduit. You run electric wires through. Well, these tax corporations are sometimes conduits so money can flow. So, what's the big deal, you might ask? Here's what the big deal is. I was at a meeting at one of these tax-exempt organizations yesterday, and somebody asked the question, and then the president said, well, you know, we don't have to have these board meetings open to the public because we are a 501c organization. We're separate from the government, so we don't have the same open or public record laws or open meeting laws. So we have the public here because we want to, but at any time they can keep the public out. You say, so what's the big deal? Here's where it gets interesting. Their books aren't open to public inspection. So in other words, the government can flow money to these corporations, and then these corporations do what they want. So the people in government can say, well, we followed the law, and the people in these organizations say, we followed the law, so what's the big deal? Well, where it gets interesting is that if you look and see that sometimes these people in government wind up on these boards of tax-exempt organizations, and then the money just flows wherever they want it to. See, maybe as a government organization, they can't do certain things because their hands are tied by laws. But if this money flows to the tax-exempt corporation, and you know, they're all good old boys, well then they can do what they want with it. Tell me that this doesn't happen. Tell me this doesn't happen. I know it happens. I can see it happening. You see, once again, we the people are being duped. We're being duped. These organizations, they put up this front like they're doing good. Well, all they're doing is finding a way to get their buddies' money, funneling it through consultant fees, for example. And of course, the city or the county or the state, oh, look at the good. We're giving money to these organizations for the public good. But once that money gets past these corporations, they can shut the door and go, you're not allowed in here. You don't get any say-so. You see, I guess after a while, you go around the sun a few times, you start reading books, you start showing up to meetings, image starts to get clear. And I'd love to hear a rebuttal to this. I really would. Because, once again, I call it government theater. The appearance of getting something done without actually getting anything done. Because you see, as one person says, you know, the success is defined on what your objective is. So maybe taking care of the people, the common man in the street, that's not their objective. Their success is defined in just getting their hands on the money. I want you to think about it. And what I really want you to do is to wake up and smell the tyranny.